Hello, and welcome back to In Case of Emergency. I didn't just have a coughing fit before I hit the record button. That's fine. It's fine. We're here with Ramus, this good old popper. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. It's fine, guys. A series of memories flicker rapid fire through your mind. Showing up to class, joining student organizations? Okay. Going to gym, then skipping lectures, ghosting clubs, sleeping in. Celebrating the night of your 21st birthday by heading to a drugstore alone to pick up a bottle of margarita mix and being congratulated by a cashier you recognize from your first year of writing seminar. He's dyed his hair green and gotten face piercings since then. You're pretty sure you're still wearing the same gray hoodie you started wearing every day towards the end of that semester. Yeah, you could say that. Are you a specialist then? What are you studying in school? What are you majoring in? A real major? Oh. That's fine. Oh, this is what people would always ask me, like... all the adults in my life, I'm just like, oh, Josh, are you gonna switch to a real major? And then I would, like, fucking cry, right? Like... are we gonna be TJ? From, TJ Echo, you know? It's not this one. I can't see our lad going for sports medicine either, though. I don't know. It's hard for me to tell, like, if I should be building a Chiron or if we're meant to, like, lean into his personality, you know? It is what it is. What's this bar? Wait, oh, quick, before the timer runs out in 2 or 3 years, we'll choose will everything... Whoa. Hey, I went for art. Let's do that. Did anyone else waste their life studying art? Yeah. I'm studying art. Oh, it really fits you. Does it? So, this class you're taking over the summer, is it not part of your primary studies? No, I needed it to fulfill a life skill requirement. Actually, now that I think about it, it's kind of ironic that you were about to pass that requirement originally and graduate with no actual life skills, then failed it because of a very real life experience. And now you're about to make up that requirement by delaying further real life experience and instead doing something stupid like taking care of a dildo that you've already lost. Speaking of which, if you see a did they use the term dick back then? We'll do this one. If you see a false phallus anywhere, let me know. I think it rolled into a void at some point, and I really need it for this class. Is this an assignment from your instructor? Very strange. Tell me about it. If it's important to you, we will ensure it returns safely to your hands. I swear it. Ooh, I appreciate it. If it means I get to spend more time with you. Remus laughs, clearly amused. You will be sick of me by the end of your journey. I promise you. Remus leans back in his seat, resting one arm on the glass surface of the table. Now, How are you settling in? I'm sure this whole ordeal has been surprising, to say the least.
Yeah, it's been actually it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Actually, I've been doing pretty well. It's about time I got sucked into a magical world whose fate rests in my hands. I'd given up most hope by the time I turned 14.
It feels like a dream, doesn't it? Like it's too good to be true. Your friends felt the same way.
Are they the only ones?
From your world, yes. Every so many years, your world sends new champions to reserve the tides of the resolve.
To reverse, not reverse the tides of the resolve.
There are always three: the shield, the amulet, and the sword. That's you. The resolution is a constant force that threatens our lands. It spreads from the mountain's heart to the center of the world, scouring the land and destroying every...
Scouring?
The land and destroying everything in its wake.
But what is it?
It's the resolution. And it's also a resolution.
What?
It's a conclusion. The last chapter in a book. It's the end of all things.
And if everything ends? Remus is smiling, but his eyes were solemn.
Peregrine will no longer... be no more. You will no longer have access to this world. And I will no longer exist.
That would be bad.
Yes, indeed. But if we manage to thwart it once again, everything will return to its former state. The void will retreat and return what it has taken from us. Farmland and forests will be revived, rivers will flow again, and
He gestures vaguely in your direction, searching for the right words.
Lost manhood will be restored for your studies.
Manhood restored sounds good to me. The past couple of months has felt like a series of consecutive kicks to the dick. That'd be great. That's actually the whole reason why I'm here, because it rolled down the stairs and into this place, and I need the sword to get it out. Remus raises his eyebrow, pleasantly bemused by the yarn you're spinning. It's a long story.
And you said you weren't interesting.
The two of you chat for a while in the comfortable shade of the gazebo. It's easy to get lost in the slow rhythm of this place. No deadlines, no asinine assignments, and just sitting outside in a beautiful garden. Before you know it, the sun is setting and the fantasy cicadas are out in full force. Remus invites you to stay for dinner. Who are you to refuse free food? Okay. You're led to the dining hall, where the smell of food, God, already wafts from the plates set down on the thick mahogany table. Mahogany. You feel the soft crunch of the carpet under your feet, a position between the table and the waxed wooden floors. Across the room, coals burn in the stone hearth. What is this song? Okay. The warmth is a comfortable buffer against the chilly winds of the evening. Remus guides you to a plush seat, where you take your place across from Wes, Luke, and Cedric.
Please, have a seat.
Luke waggles his eyebrows at you for a reason you can't fathom. Wes exchanges a glance with you, possibly pleased to see you. His expression remains as reserved as always. Cedric watches you enter before turning his gaze towards the plate before him, resting both paws in his lap. Steam raises from your plate as a plate of pheasant stuffed with huge cloves of fragrant garlic, crushed over the charred herbs. Served alongside it is a dollop of sweet berries and stalks of roasted parsnips. In a Yeah, in a cloth-covered basket of the of the table are sliced loaves of fresh rye. These are these descriptions. I am tripping over myself. This is fine though. From which the smell of freshly baked bread sits heavy in the air. Uneven stabs of butter are placed on small ceramic plates on either side. Holy crap. Do they eat like this every day? Thank you. Thank you. This looks delicious.
It's the best we could do, given the circumstances, to our newest champion.
Remus raises a glass of red wine. There's a cordial exchange of toasts across the table.
To Chiron, Wes, and Luke.
Huh. Well, and Cedric too. Cedric stares at you, conflicting emotions wearing on his face. He's simultaneously touched and mortified.
Of course. And Cedric.
You smile politely and take a sip from your glass. The wine is, as far as you can tell, good. You've gathered long ago that it's socially taboo to express that most wine tastes indistinguishable to you.
I hate to get down to business so quickly, but time is of the essence.
We're eating. We're still eating, though. Can't you wait till a little, give me 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes to eat my food. You know?
Now that we have our final champion, we shall set off to Grim Mountain within a week's time.
Why not right away?
We'll need time to train Chiron. A week will ideally strike the appropriate balance between preparation and haste. A week will be good. Chiron picks things up quickly.
Is a week enough time? He's not going to get good in a week. No offense. Isn't it enough that he, that he's part of the prophecy? As long as we have the other three, is it even possible to lose? Oh, the 3 people, yeah.
That doesn't mean we shouldn't be prepared.
Remus nods, and you see Cedric puff out his chest a little in response.
He's right. It's best if Chiron is prepared. He'll have to land the killing blow on the heart if we are to succeed. Besides, there's no better teacher than experience. He'll learn in the days it takes to reach the mountain's base.
You know what we should do? We should magically swap Cedric and Chiron's bodies. Cover our bases. But... One of them gets his knowledge, and the other gets his body. It's a win-win. Speaking of his body, you recognize that Cedric has filled out more since high school. His jacket fits a little tighter around his shoulders than you last remember, when he'd lag behind you in gym.
Do you even know how to do that?
No, but give me a week and I'll learn how.
Like the time you wanted to learn how to make a self-replenishing army of inanimate objects, so you animated a bunch of bread to make more of itself. Except instead of baking more bread, the loaves would run around the castle, humping each other. Then, graphically give birth to little rolls by opening in half, like a hot dog bun.
That was a joke. It wasn't supposed to be serious.
The place smelled like yeast for weeks.
Despite Wes' projected disappointment, there's a hint of exasperated fondness in his voice. This is an old conversation.
Can we please take this seriously? This isn't a game.
I am taking this seriously.
You just said... Never mind.
You just said you were joking? I thought you just said you were, yeah, you weren't being serious. Yeah, with the bread. This is different, obviously. Luke sighs in exaggerated exasperation as Cedric nods at you in appreciation. Wes shoots you a sympathetic look, but tucking into his meal. Yeah.
So, Wesley, tell us more about how your training fares. It's going well. At this point, I think I'm teaching the castle guard more than I'm learning from them. I think someone broke their jaw running into my shield. The training facilities are excellent. I used them yesterday, and I was really impressed with the integrity of the leather training dummies. Thank you for those improvements.
Remus nods thoughtfully. Oh, yeah, the dummies are great. I like to cuddle with them sometimes, just to feel someone's arms around me.
Luke, I'm quite sure that there are people you can pay in town.
No, I've been really hitting it off with one dummy, and I don't mean to kiss and tell, but I think we're going to get to third base soon.
The quality is really excellent. Restocking on training weapons has also been helpful, and
Cedric either doesn't realize what Luke wants, or he's deliberately ignoring him to frustrate him. Cedric was never the confrontational type.
What do you think, Kyron?
On the training facilities? Good question. You didn't expect anyone to ask. Oh. I mean, it's a little true. I'm not sure. I didn't get a good look. I was, distracted. Luke makes a silent gagging motion across the table.
It's the best we could do at the end of the world and so forth. It's a good thing you arrived sooner rather than later. Is the void spreading? The void is always spreading. It finally reached Primhaven today, not to mention the castle. Are the people okay?
Oh, excuse me.
Well, I should check on them. No one was hurt, thankfully. Though I imagine if we don't move quickly, there may not be much left to save. I can head down to the town tomorrow with the Royal Guard and lead evacuation efforts. I'll make sure everyone knows that the crown is behind them, and
Luke rolls his eyes. Wes gently elbows him and frowns, shaking his head. What? I'm not interrupting.
Is there a problem?
No, keep going. This is important.
We need someone to keep public opinion in check. A king is,
legitimized?
By the opinion of the people. We can win the battle, but if we lose the war...
Does this really matter?
Don't you care? You're a champion, and you treat all of this like some kind of joke.
Me? I'm the one who cares about maximizing our chances of winning. You're the only one treating this like some weird role-playing fantasy game.
Are you being serious right now?
Cedric lips start to curl back in a snarl. Luke tries to affect disinterest, but the hairs on his mane puff out in anxiety. Yeah, in anxiety, yes. The scene is uncomfortably reminiscent of your childhood dinner table. Remus, for his part, appears to be genuinely disinterested in the taboo. Okay. As he watches passively with a wine glass in hand.
A dessert, anyone?
As Cedric self-cautiously closes his mouth with an audible click, nose twitching in frustration. Luke sheathes his claws, then flexes them and like he intended for them to come out all along. Wes gives you an apologetic look as he begins to fold the cloth napkin in his lap. I should get going. It's getting late. I should probably head out. I think I'll end the part here, everyone. So I will see you around.